The biggest challenge for retail companies is the digital transformation. This is the short answer. The long answer is to establish a real omnichannel strategy as well on the product communication as well as for the internal processes. And that means, of course, replacing the legacy system. So a huge amount of different challenges in the organization, which takes years, but to start and to do this in a straightforward way is the answer of this challenge. A simple example is, but a working example is to bring more emotions on the website. If you are looking on a traditional retail company with maybe foods, for example, then the web shop is, or the website is sometimes a little bit boring. You see the image, the text and the price. And then you can search if you want to see which tomatoes are available and so on. To bring more emotional, and if you're looking on the prospect of retailers, this is one trend to tell stories, to make this more exciting. And one way is, of course, to bring these leaflets with iPaper on the website. Maybe this is not at the end of the day the final way, but this is a very low-hanging fruit to start connecting offline with online. And if you're looking on the digital experience like a website, maybe then you go to the product detail page. You get the information about the ingredients of the product, and then you can scroll and scroll because you have place. But this is not a good user experience. And therefore, to compress the data to a restricted space, this we can transform and bring also to the digital experience. And if you're looking on the media device smartphone, you are also restricted in your display. And this is also on a smartphone not a good experience to wish 10 pages to get all information. The balance to show product information with a good shopping experience. If I'm looking on a lot of retailers, I would say in friendly words, they are at the beginning. This has a lot to do with changing the mindset. If you're looking, and we talked about omnichannel and the digital transformation and to change the mindset, of course, if you are looking on the buyers of a retailer, the mindset is to bring maximum number of articles to a page, because printing is so expensive, and they want to have a maximum number of articles on a page. This is the thinking, this is the perspective of a buyer. This is not a wrong perspective, but from a communication point of view, this is maybe not the best way to have a good experience. And therefore, this is of course a conflict which we have to think. And then if we are thinking about storytelling, then of course we tell a story, and then we bring the right articles to the story. So we do not talk anymore, I bring 10 chocolates on the page, 20 soft drinks, or maybe 25. We bring the story about the children parties to the page, and then we link this with and we show the right articles. And then here we are coming back to this huge challenge to combine offline touchpoints with digital touchpoints. Maybe we say, okay, we show only 2 or 3 chocolate, and then the chocolates without sugar, because this is a very important part of the story. And then we say, hey, if you want to have other chocolates, look on our website. This can be then, of course, linked. This is today possible with the smartphone, that the smartphone recognizes the page and goes direct to the web shop. And then This is also, if you are thinking in this way, this is also a possibility to start to get data about the customers. If they use this link, then we know exactly the context. What can learn print from digital? And this is, of course, that communication is context-driven and at the end of the day personalized. Maybe not at the beginning because we have not the data and that this doesn't make sense in the communication strategy. Let us talk about segmented or personalized communication. And this is of course a real the shift in the mindset of course of the printing and offline marketing guys. Because they do not know context. They do a campaign, the leaflet for the week, for the next week, and that's it. And the traditional mindset of offline marketing and printing guys is to avoid mistakes. Because if you printed the leaflet maybe with 1 million copies and you did a mistake, you have a really huge problem. So, but in the digital, we have the mindset trial and error. A/B test, let us start, let us try, get experience, and then decide how we get forward. This trial and error principle must come to the offline marketing guys and the printing guys. So I guess they have also to learn a lot of the rules and the thinking from digital touchpoints. Otto do more print catalogs than in the past. They removed this main catalog because this doesn't make sense anymore, but they publish more and more segmented, target-oriented catalogs. So in the communication strategy of Otto, print is not dead. Print is adapted to digital to bring more context, to bring more segmented aspects to the catalog. So the story was, hey, the main catalog is dead, or the catalog is dead. But the real story is, yes, the main catalog is dead, but we do more and more catalogs, of course, with lower amount of copies, and of course more target-oriented. And at the same week, this is not mentioned in the news, Amazon starts to make printing catalogs in the same week. Again, poor digital communication is not enough.